Origins. In 2004, after the US-led invasion of Iraq, Zarqawi joined to Osama bin Laden and formed Al-Qaeda. When Zarqawi died in 2006, Al-Qaeda created the Islamic State in Iraq, ISIS. Then it was weakened by US troops and Sunni Arab tribesmen. Baghdadi, a former US detainee, became leader in 2010. In 2013, he carried out many attacks in Iraq, and in April, he joined with Syria and created the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, ISIS.
Leaders. ISIS has many leaders, but these are some of the main ones. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, Abu Muhammad al-Shimali, Abu al-Hassan al-Muhayyib, Abu Luqman, Abu Muhammad al-Hazrawi, Muhammad Mahmud.
What caused the rise of ISIS? The rise of ISIS is due to a feeling of inequity because Sunnis in the north and west were angry of the fact that Saddam, pro-Sunni, was replaced for a pro-Shiite minister. Also, the flow of arms due to the Syrian civil war. Arming them could help them expand as weapons fall in their hands as they took over parts of eastern Syria.
Aims. ISIS' ultimate ambition is a global caliphate secured through a global war. Basically, they want every country in the world to fall in line and be allied with them. Also, they're against disbelievers. They want people to believe in the same religion as they do.
Reasons why this group is so unapproachable and immune. ISIS is unapproachable and immune because they are great at hiding. They are very powerful and they have people who support them and want to be a part of this terrorist group.
Ideologies. Their ideology is based on a jihadi Salafism, a movement in Sunni Islam. They believe that jihad in God's path is an obligation, from the fall of Al-Andalus until the liberation of all Muslim land, and in the presence of a pious or impious person. They want the restoration of the caliphate, and all Muslims must pledge allegiance to it. Their two moral duties, jihad, violent struggle, and Ihra, migration to the caliphate. Also, ISIS presents itself as an apocalyptic project, being in Syria the location of the final war before the Day of Judgment, followed the defeat of Rome, established by Prophet Muhammad and followers.
ISIS, a devious group, crossed their borders by using false documents and taking control of the crossing borders. They take control of crossing borders because this allows them to move men and heavy equipment freely. With the help of allied Sunni militants, who have fought together to capture large parts of Iraq, have also turned their weapon on each other. They also cross borders, taking advantages of political unrest by forcing smugglers from border villages to help them and making attacks to the border villages.
Response from other groups. The Muslim Brothers, non-Arab regional power, Israel, Iran, and Turkey. Also, Kurdish forces had attacked ISIS for territory or attacks with violence with weapons such as airstrikes.
Is a dislike or prejudice against people from other countries. Muslims are feared. They can just go somewhere without being called things. ISIS, an Islamic organization, was the one who provoked all of this. With their attacks, killings, and kidnaps, they have just gained hate from the people around them. This is not nice. No one would like being seen as a threat or as a disappointment for everyone.
Attacks. These are ISIS major attacks. France, January 7, 2015. Charlie Hebdo attack. Two masked gunmen make a bloody terror attack on the French newspaper Charlie Hebdo, killing 12 people. Yemen, March 20, 2015. ISIS in suicide strikes on Saudi Shiite mosques killed more than 130 people. France, November 13, 2015. Paris attacks killed 130 victims and injured more. A suicide bombing in the state of France, followed by explosions in popular bars and restaurants. and also 3 gunmen should fire at the Babylon concert hall and kill spectators while they were watching Eagles of Death metal band. Germany, March 22, 2016. A series of terrorist attacks in Brussels, 2 explosions in the airport and a third in a subway station at the heart of the city. July 2016. A gunman made a deadly ramps in Munich. France, July 14, 2016. Nice terror attack killed 84 people on the promenade in the seaside town at Nice. Germany, July 24, 2016. A man blew himself up in his back and killed a pregnant woman. July 26, 2016. A doctor was killed in a Berlin hospital. France, July 26, 2016. Armed men slit the throat of a priest and took others hostage. February 3, 2017. Louvre knife attack. The man drew a machete to soldiers after being told he couldn't enter with 2 backpacks. England, March 22, 2017. Westminster attack. A man mowed down pedestrians, killing 2 men and woman. France, April 20, 2017. Paris shooting killed a policeman in the night at Champs-Élysées.
Their actions affect the Muslim community. Muslims have all been called horrible things, such as killers, monsters, kidnappers, and world destroyers, because people think everyone is the same. If ISIS kills people, then all Muslims are pointed out by the rest of the world. Muslims, who are just normal people, are being harassed, screamed at, tortured, and hated by everyone, which is very unfair since not everyone is the same. Although ISIS is mostly made up of Muslims, not all of them are guilty. They are just simple human beings. Their actions affect the world as a whole. ISIS, an extremist group, is the biggest threat to the world's peace. They have found their ways to attack different countries. They make bomb attacks, take control of towns, and kidnap people who have nothing to do with them. ISIS is just getting stronger every day. If we want to eliminate them, we'll have to fight.
ISIS, who has many followers around the world, have a blog where they make propaganda. They wouldn't have many followers if the internet hadn't existed. They have blogs such as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Their followers, a group who support their jihadist movement, have different ages and races. ISIS, who uses fear and death to achieve their goals, such as kill men who refuse to convert to Islam. ISIS, a cruel group, threatens the very existence of Iraqi government, brutally execute Iraqi government soldiers, and took Yazid women as their sex slaves. They execute for many different things, like not paying taxes because they want to be possessive.
Refugee displacement. The conflict with ISIS in Syria has driven people to find refuge in other countries such as Turkey, Lebanon, Iraq, Jordan, Egypt, and parts of North Africa. These people need help, which they can get in Syria. That's why they seek it in other countries. Some countries cannot provide much since they already have people in their country. Refugees don't get much and they are struggling to survive with what they get. Some children cannot even go to school because there are no teachers where they have moved to. Most refugees are not planning to return to their country, so they should start getting more help from other countries across the world. This crisis doesn't just affect them, it affects all of us.
Now, in modern days, where we have organizations such as United Nations, UNICEF, and UNESCO who can make meetings with ISIS leaders and get to an agreement. ISIS, who is an unapproachable group, will be difficult to get to an agreement. So, if we protect the community and be more aware, we could take them one by one to jail or make a strategy and attack them.
Ways to prevent it from spreading. As we know, ISIS is becoming bigger every day. Maybe ISIS could be prevented from spreading if people were notified of how they harm society. This way, less people would follow and become one of them. Also, people should know what they're getting into. It's a war, not a game.
ISIS hasn't been eradicated yet. Different countries have tried to stop them by sending their air forces to spot them, fight them, and destroy them for once and for all. After all they've done, they still haven't been able to stop them. Even though some ISIS members have been killed and punished, we still haven't reached its leaders in order to stop their actions. We need to destroy them, tear them down completely.
Syria now. The war in Syria has gone for more than 6 years. 6 years in which many people have been hurt, killed, and forced to escape from their country. Syria is getting worse every day. People can no longer live there without getting hurt. Most of its citizens seek shelter in other countries where they at least obtain some supplies for living. Syria is a war zone. President Assad has tried fighting ISIS, but keeps getting blamed for everything that happens. And with ISIS growing and gaining support every day, there's nothing much he can do than ask for the help of other countries and keep resisting this terrorist group.